Welcome to the monthly missions moment for the month of June. Okay, let's talk the finances of our missions program for the month of June. So we had our $2,500 that came in to support our regular missionaries, and then $1,800 and $2,700 came in beyond the $2,500, and that was designated support. That's other churches, that's people in our church that are sending their support directly to a particular missionary that goes beyond our regular program. We did have an expense, and that was because we brought the Anderson family in, which was $500. Of course, that was our generous offering to them. And then that left us with a bit of a surplus at the end of the month of June with $1,153 to be used for future mission needs. And so that's the financial program for the month of June in regard to missions. Glenn and Janet Seabass, our very own personal missionaries out of our church. Well, we love the Seabass. They have been a blessing. They have opened up opportunities for us that we would not have opened up on our own. Thank you, Brother Glenn and Miss Janet, for your commitment to our local church. But they are beyond our Charlotte County area. They are servicing much of Florida as it relates to prisons. Not just prisons, migrant camps, juvies, and tons of different areas they service. And God has used them tremendously so. And the month of June's been tough for the Seabass. Pray for them. They have been shut out of almost every opportunity that they are used to having. Just now, opportunities are starting to trickle back in. Continue to pray for them. Brother Seabass is one of the hardest working men you will ever meet in all of your life. And you don't have to try to energize him. He stays with that energy. And so he is trying desperately to get these repositioned into different prisons, and things are starting to happen. Pray, as Paul asked, pray that those doors, those effectual doors, would be opened unto him, and Miss Janet as well, that they would have that outreach back in full steam. Pray for them that would happen. And so we love them, and we continue to lift them up in our prayers. Let's talk about Hope Children's Home. This is a phenomenal ministry located in Tampa, and they have been doing such a great job for God. Brother Higgins is a good man, and he has brought a new vision and a new fire to the ministry there when he came on board, and God has just given him tons of open doors, and children are just coming into the ministry and being so blessed. The newsletter here, if you don't get this newsletter, you need to get on the mailer list and get this newsletter. It's very informative. It's very well done, well structured, organized. It tells you everything that's going on, and you'll feel more personally connected to the ministry. They share with you on the cover page here about a young girl named Anna, 15 years old, and her prayer request is that her mom will get on her feet so that they can once again be reunited. Then there's Harmony and Liam, 6 and 7-year-old kids living with their grandparents, were struggling with their health. The parents were, and the grandparents felt that Hope was a better place of harmony for them, and so they gave the kids over to Hope. Jordan was also struggling when she came into the ministry there and not able to control her emotions, and now they write about her and say that we've seen a huge change. A sweet young lady is blossoming for God. Judah, here's another young man. Judah is a 10-year-old boy, couldn't fit at home. The family finally got to the place that they felt like Hope would be a better place for him, and committed him over to their care. And he's doing well, thriving, and they give a nice letter about him here. Desi, a 16-year-old girl adopted from Bulgaria. She came speaking no English and struggled, and now she is learning the English language, and she's beginning to form relationships because she could communicate, doing all this and doing so well. These kids are doing well, but this is just a small little segment of the kids that go to the Hope Children's Home. It's a phenomenal ministry. I'm so happy we've been able to support them for decades. For decades, we've supported this ministry, and we will continue to support them. Doing a great job for the cause of Christ and reaching children, and God is blessing. So, encourage you to get this newsletter. Stay informed and know what's going on at Hope Children's Home. And if you can, get on up there and make a visit sometime and see it for your own self. Your eye will affect your heart, and I guarantee your heart will affect your wallet. It'll be very easy to give to a program just like this. So, Hope Children's Home, great ministry. Ed and Barbara OBrien are missionaries stateside to Spanish-speaking people. Now, their church is currently located in North Carolina. And so Brother OBrien writes in his most recent letter about, some of the struggles that come with honestly just pastoring, and that is that you get somebody on their feet moving forward, and many times they get called away to a different location. And I think the Spanish community deals with that more than maybe any other community. And so he's had that struggle, but he had something very joyous to write about in his recent letter. And that is one of his regular core folk brought a guest recently, and that guest was saved. He was able to lead him to the Lord Jesus Christ, and now he's entered into discipleship, and that gentleman's name is Caesar. Pray for him. Pray for him. And Brother OBrien also writes about how the Lord has opened up different opportunities for him online. Like all of us, we have learned this platform that maybe we weren't utilizing as we were. Now we are. And so you pray for the OBriens as they continue to serve the Lord, serving the Spanish-speaking people that are located in the United States of America. Brother Glenn and Miss Deborah Holman serve in a very difficult field. They are missionaries to the Native American Indians in the Northwest. That's not an easy field. It's a discouraging, it's a depressing atmosphere. Drunkenness, it's a very challenging field. And so pray for them. Pray that their spirits would stay up. The most recent letter that we have from Brother Holman, his family had a number of different issues that it faced that were challenging, from accidents to the death of a parent. So just all that just leads me to just encourage you to pray for the Holmans. They are continuing their outreach. Like I say, the letter that we last received is when they had just switched on to online-only services. It's what they felt they needed to do, as so many churches did feel they needed to do that. And so they did that in response to COVID-19. And he was encouraged that the viewership was growing. So pray for them, though. It's a tough field. It's a field that doesn't bear a lot of results, and that can be challenging. And so pray for Miss Deb. Pray for Brother Glenn. They're good people. They were here not that long ago in our church, and he's just a real manly kind of guy, and he had a good, strong, solid Bible message. So lift him up in your prayers that they would remain encouraged in the Lord. Jed and Gloria Duarte are missionaries to Brazil. This is a great guy. He was here a few years ago, and many of you will remember him. After the service, he was here for hours, playing soccer, getting to know one another. He's that kind of guy, real approachable. He just loves people. You got that spirit and that vibe from him. He just loves people. And he's in Brazil, and he's doing a good job, but COVID-19 came along and shut every outreach that he had down that was a real person-to-person opportunity. And so he is online only in his services. And all of South America almost has taken these really, really strong actions in the COVID-19 responses. And so, but thanks to the Lord that the Lord has opened up an opportunity for him with his talents and his skill sets in playing soccer, in Brazil being so soccer-oriented, to reach the youth there in his local community. So he's put together challenges, soccer challenges, and he has pizza and Coke to draw them all in, and then he gives them the gospel. He writes in his recent letter about the effectiveness of what this has brought about, and that long after the event, he's getting emails and responses back in different social connections about what that meant to him and how they're processing that message that he gave and so forth. Continue to pray now. This is new for him. Continue to pray that the kids will be receptive and they'll soon respond to the gospel message as it goes out in this unique style to the youth in his community. And that's the monthly missions moment for the month of June. I want to share with you something I'm very excited about. This coming Sunday, Robert Mickey will be with us. I personally spent time with Brother Mickey in Kenya. I saw his field. I listened to his people sing. I heard his people preach. I sat in the classrooms of his Sunday school classes. I mean, this missionary is doing a phenomenal job. God has used him in some unique ways, and I'm encouraged that you're going to be here to be able to hear him with your own ears, and you'll be as blessed as I was. The other thing is that he told us a story, those of us who went on the Kenyan trip, he told us a story that honestly will leave you transfixed. I would almost say it'll change your life. It's powerful, it's unique, and how the Lord worked in Brother Mickey's life and in his church. I don't want you to miss it. We're going to interview him. It's going to take all day on Tuesday. We're going to be interviewing him, and we're going to put this story together in a way that we can put it out to you on Facebook and YouTube, and so that you can hear it for yourself. It's powerful. It's too long to have it in a church service, so that's the way we're going to put it out to you. So I'm so happy to do that. I think you're going to be seriously blessed. Well, as I say, that's the monthly missions moment for the month of June. Check back next month, and we'll give you an update for the month of July.